We're currently studying all the different options. There are many options that we can use. Of course, as I mentioned, there is the internationally known option, which is lithium batteries you bring. While we do have indications of lithium presence in Oman that we can use, and nickel and copper and cobalt and so on, it is still not a sustainable solution because you will have to deal with the waste generated later on and of course continue replacement and so on. Having a local solution is by far the best. And OPWP, instructed by the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, are working on finalizing the study, which hopefully by end of this year we should have indications of what are the local solutions. We have an idea of what they are. I don't want to disclose them yet because they need to finalize the study so that they can have a bit of flexibility in terms of what can and cannot work, and also the cost associated with each option. And I think the local solutions are very promising. Unlike places like Europe or the Far East where they have natural hydropower, Oman, we don't have natural hydropower. So we have to store the energy that we generate during the day. Some of it, of course, continue to be generated if it is wind in the evening, but again, that is not sustainable. You're forever relying on with the wind blowing or the sun shining, and that is not a very comfortable position. We rather be in control of our generation and use the solar and wind to feed our storage system.
This project it's about fueling our desalination plant with green power. So we decided a few years back to launch a solar farm project here in Sur. What does it mean, a solar farm? It means using the energy coming from the sun to produce electricity and fuel our desalination plant. As of today, we can say that we achieved this project by inaugurating today in the presence of His Excellency, the Minister of Energy and Minerals, this solar farm, which is actually working and in operations for months now already. So this project is actually a sort of testimony to the rest of the world, that a solar farm can fuel a desalination plant. Right. Solar is obviously everywhere here in Oman. It's a sunny country. It's a stable, beautiful and sunny country. So we decided to launch such a kind of project here in Oman because the environment for making this project happening was here in Oman. We are also pleased to benefit from some skilled and committed people. The people of Oman are very talented, and obviously this iconic plant, the Sur Desalination plant, for us was the best place to implement such a challenging project. It's always challenging, you know, to turn the tide in each kind of business, and making a desalination plant running, being fully fueled by solar, it's definitely turning the tide.
Considered as the biggest solar power plant around the world, as it's feeded the Sur Desalination plant, actually on the daytime, but also it's feeding all the requirements of the desalination plant, which means it's running the pumps, also the RO processes. So this project will add to our economy, mainly even in the environmental impacts. It will help us to reduce yearly around 30 kilotons of footprint. That which is equal to the consumptions of 6,000 cars using gasoline for the entire year. Sur Desalination plant is one of the first desalination plant in Oman since 2007. Actually, we have two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 depends on the Beachville catchment, and it's considered like it's the largest seawater catchment around the world. And for the next phase, it's SDB2, Sur Desalination Plant 2. It's getting the water from the seawater intake system. So Sur Desalination Plant cover the needs of 600,000 of people in South and North Sharqiya region. For the solar project, it's only the first step from Veolia to the green future. Actually, the solar project also consists of 2 plants. As I mentioned previously, that we have 2 plants, SDB1 and SDB2, Sur Desalination Plant 1 and Sur Desalination Plant 2. And also in the solar field, we have Solar Desalination Plant 1 and Solar Desalination Plant 2. So for each plant, the feed will be separate from the other plants. Even I can say that the number total of the PV installed in this huge project is around more than 32,000 of PV panels and more than 60 inverters with 6 transformers. And all around the sites we have the weather station and the last updated technology which is leading the solar field. Also, I can add on the environmental impacts of this project. It will help us to reduce around 30 kilotons of carbon or footprint, so that which is equal to the consumption of 6,000 cars of gasoline for the entire year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.